Okay, hello folks, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. I promised you we would do some black canvas work in Aurora, which is what we're going to do tonight. I know this looks really odd to you. We're going to explain what's going on here in a minute. Alright, black canvas. Black canvases, you can buy them. This one is store-bought. You can get these for a couple dollars. However, they are limited in the sizes that you can get. We're going to be working on a larger one tonight. This is a 24 by 30. Up till now, we've only worked on 18 by 24. I realized that with shows coming up in a couple weeks here, that I was light on Aurora paintings because they are extremely popular. And I went through my inventory, and you know what? Need to catch that up before these shows. So, that being said, black canvases, they're not all that mysterious. We talked about canvases that you buy in the store being pre-primed with acrylic, which would be this. It's pre-primed with a white. The only difference is this is primed with a black. All right. Now, when you buy them pre-bought in the store, all they did was take a white canvas and painted it with some black acrylic paint. Well, like I said, you can't get this size in black, so you make our own, and it's not that tough. You take a white pre-primed canvas, and you simply put a couple coats of a black acrylic paint on it. It doesn't have to be any particular black acrylic. I recommend you get the cheapest you can. I used this. This is a bottle. I believe this is Walmart brand. It's $4 a bottle. This bottle will do a lot of canvases, but that's what I did on this. When it was white, I made it black. Okay, now that being said, black canvases are a little bit different to handle. Like I said, when we use the white, we put that white wet base on the entire canvas, if you remember, before we paint, because we're using wet on wet. And with wet on wet, you have to have some kind of a wet base on whatever you're painting on. So actually on black canvas, what we do is we put down a coat of a transparent oil paint. Now you've got two types. You have transparent and you have opaque. Okay, transparent is exactly what it sounds like. Light passes through, you can see through it. Okay, now the opaque reflects light. Can't see through it. The most powerful would be titanium white, which reflects somewhere around 97% of light. That's why it's so bright. But so we put down a wet base of a transparent. In this case, I've got, you can see, like I said, it looks a little odd here. I promise you it won't look won't look like this in the end. But I use Prussian blue. You can see the areas where I use the Prussian blue, and then I use sap green. Okay, we're going to do a green and blue Aurora painting here. But I also wanted to talk very quickly. I don't want to bore you to death. But when you're choosing your paints, just be aware that certain manufacturers, they all may have a common name to them, but they could be very different. When I said these areas here are sap green, now you've seen me use sap green in the past. It's a different kind. It's a different brand of sap green. What you've seen me use in the past is, I'm going to show you here, is this. Actually, no, that's what I'm going to be using tonight. You see, it's a much brighter green than what we've used in the past. It's not quite as natural. It's a little bit brighter, pops differently. And then I'm going to show you what we've used in the past, which is a more earthy type sap green. If you can see the difference there. This is what I've used on my trees and grass that you've seen me use up to this point. See, much more earthy, not so much. It's much brighter. It's going to make our Aurora pop, which is why I'm using it on this. So just be very aware of that, because this is sap green, which is the Winton, which is medium price paint, which is what I use on most of my stuff. But this, the brighter it's going to pop, is going to be the cheapest one you can find, believe it or not. This is only $7 for a 2-ounce tube, but in this case, it's what I want to use because I want the pop. Okay, enough talking. Let's get started here. Just wanted to give you a little bit of knowledge there before you go out and start buying stuff. And oh my God, what did Clint tell me? He told me this is totally wrong. All right. So that being said, we've got our transparent paint down, and we're going to paint. The actual painting is going to be done in opaques. So what we're going to do is, believe it or not, the majority of this painting is going to be done in white, which is going to be blended in with the transparent, and that's going to bring our picture out. It's waiting there. It's sitting there just waiting to come out. We're going to make that happen. So we're going to take some titanium white on a stiff fan brush. Now the sky is going to be the star here, all right, because we're doing the Aurora. When we think Aurora, what do we think? We think, wow, you know, eye-popping, dazzling, amazing. So that's what we're going to do here on the canvas. So, titanium white. We're just going to put a line of white on the canvas. You can already see those opaques starting to come out. I'm sorry, the transparent's coming out through the opaque. And the beauty of the Aurora is, you know, it can be any shape, any design, and it changes while you're looking at it. You're thinking, oh my God, he lost his mind. He lost his mind. Maybe so, maybe not. Be careful how much you put on here, because you're going to blend this in. You don't want to be forced to try to blend too much in. And you'll learn it. Do a couple of these and you'll learn when you've got the right amount on there. Alright, that's going to be our first pop. And let me see, we're going to come in here with a mountain range. We don't want to cover too much of it up, but we want to kind of scrub that in. We're going to blend it in much better shortly. Goes up, goes off the canvas, comes back down. Alright, here's where the magic is going to happen. Take a dry 2-inch brush, and you know how you see the Aurora, it streaks up. We're going to make this streak straight up, blending in that opaque white with the green and the blue transparent that are already on the canvas. Straight up. See those blues and greens blending? Isn't that awesome? Get a little bit too much white on there. You see where it started streaking on me a little bit? That's alright. You just got to get that paint off the brush, that's all. I got a paper towel here, I'm just wiping it off on. And the more you blend this, the darker it will get. And it'll lose its pops. Try not to overblend, but make sure you get blended in enough. Straight up, because that bend, you had that bend to it. Don't lose that bend. Straight up. There you go, look at that. And you can play with this all day until you get the effect that you want with the streaks and the shine and the shimmer. Look at that.